Hello there. I will I will now play a rapid training session game. I didn't do this for quite some time. I find it that it takes me too much time to talk, and then I got into the time trouble. But okay, let's try again. I will maybe talk a little bit less in the openings, and I will not explain some basic ideas so much, and maybe I will be able to play the game. Okay, so now he's playing the London. I like to play c5 against the London. I usually like to take this and just make things completely simple, although I could put in this move if I... In fact, let's just develop the bishop. And then I can play e6 and I can take this if I want. Okay. So he took, let me now just play e6. Okay, so he wants to hold this pawn. I can immediately attack it if I want. I think I will. This is usually not how the things go when I play c5, but okay. Okay, so this is the thing. Now I did sacrifice a pawn, but I think I got some compensation. For example, I can now play knight c6 with tempo. So tempo on this pawn. He cannot protect with a3 because if he takes, he will lose his rook. This is the problem when the knight is on the his original square. Sorry, I have something in my throat. Okay, so while he's thinking, you can notice that I have fallen quite a lot from my more than 100 points. I was 2019 just a few weeks ago, and then I got this huge drop. Well, I guess it happens from time to time. Although I did lose last several games, because there was a very funny thing. There was a bug in leeches, which caused to my knights to disappear on the board. So I was playing, and my knights just disappeared off the board. And in fact, they were there when I look at the game. The knights were there, but they became invisible for some reason. And then I just resigned because I didn't know what's happening. So this was the thing. Okay, now I can take this pawn. He can't take with the a pawn, so he can take with his c pawn, but then I can just take. And you can see that my this is the advantage of development. So my rook is well protected, and his is unprotected piece. So I could even attack it like this if I want. Okay, but I don't. I'll just turn on the move configuration, because when I draw lots of arrows, sometimes a slip happens. So I don't recommend playing with move confirmation all the time. Sometimes it's okay to turn on move confirmation because you want maybe to train yourself to always make blunder check. But for practical reasons, it's sometimes very good. Okay, now what's going on? Now I messed the board. Okay. So like I said, for practical reasons, it can be very good. So for example, when I play longer games, I turn it on just to avoid mouse slips, or when I play on my mobile, then the slip can very easily happen, especially since I have the small screen. So this is so now I turned it so I can draw arrows without any fear. Although if I do pre-move, for example, if I do pre-move accidentally, then it will not ask me for move confirmation, so I still have to be careful. Anyway, this was the threat, of course. Okay, now he's threatening this. So now I can think of moving, or I can even think of just taking this knight. I mean, this bishop will not be the hero of the game in any case. Or I could complicate by playing queen to f6, spinning. Or I could just take this pawn. This looks nice. Why don't cash in on the pawn? He takes. I'm a pawn up. I can then do something like this. Does he have any checks? What is this? Oh, I just received a message that I was invited to Lichess 4545 team, so the registration just went on. Okay, so I will nevertheless turn this off because it distracts me. Okay. I'm just checking if he has any forcing moves. So does he have any checks? Any threats on queen? I don't see. I mean, I will have two isolated pawns, but I will be a pawn up. I will have this isolated pawn, and with a very good chance to control the square in front of the pawn. So I think I can do this. Now, if he takes my bishop, I can remove this. I just need to take it back. And I need to be careful about this stuff, because if he moves his knight, then suddenly my knight is under attack. So the only thing keeping him from not taking the knight is this rook, which is undefended. So something to think about this. And he will probably try something like this, but I don't really care. I mean, his knight is hanging, so he has to do something about this. So you can see that my opponent is 100 points stronger. He's 2018. I was 2019 once 3 weeks ago, but okay. I don't feel much intimidated. I think I can handle the truth. Okay. I'm just checking if the video is okay. I think it is. Okay, he's probably looking of a way to exploit my knight on b4. So this knight is... Okay, I have to take this. I don't have much choice. I could try something like this. Maybe attacking his rook. This is worth thinking about. So if I go like queen to f6, I'm attacking his rook. If he moves the rook, I can take the rook. So maybe I can win the rook here, and also I attack these two pieces. This is a little bit dangerous. He can take this pawn, but then I can just take the piece, and the threat is the same here. He cannot block with the bishop. He cannot block the diagonal with the queen. He cannot block the diagonal with the king, with knight. Although he could, for example, just play knight here, defending the rook. Oh, and then I will be in trouble because, okay, I can take this. And I'm still threatening. It's very complicated. I'm not sure I want to do this. But on the other hand, it looks so nice. So I'm thinking about this. Now this rook is defended. That means that he can take my knight if he wants. But then I can take his knight. And this is still under attack. Or he could do just... I'll take the knight, I take the pawn, and then he does this stuff. Okay, I don't really like the look of this. But this looks so tempting. I will be sorry if I don't play it. But I don't see. If he takes, I take. If he plays here, I just lose the pawn. Okay, so let's just take this. Take this stuff. Okay, logical move. I could go queen here, threatening discoveries. Oh, this should be fun. But then he can just move his knight here and here and everything is okay. Or I could now play the queen. What he can do about this threat? He can play this. And I'm gone. I could then go queen here maybe, but no, I don't see anything. Okay, so let me just play normal and developing move. Oh, but he has this check. Okay. So maybe I'll play knight here so I can block the check. I mean, I can block with this knight, so I think it's okay. Let's just play the developing move, developing knight on the active square. And if he goes here, no, it's not a problem, because I'll go to knight c6, and from knight c6 I'm controlling d4, which is very important for me. So let's just do knight c6. I have this threat, this check, and then taking. But he'll probably castle now, so. And I will castle as well. I could play this in between move, maybe. If I feel like it. I'm not worried about these double pawns. I mean, once I play g6, this will be very solid structure. Even if we exchange dark square bishops, it will be a solid structure against his dark light square bishop. Okay, so he castled like I thought he would do. Okay, so I could also castle because I want to unpin, and castling is something you want to do in the opening. Okay, so now I'm developed. Now I will be boring again with my opening theories, but you can notice that I didn't know a single line theoretically or by heart. I knew some ideas. I knew you should play c5. I knew the idea if you play b4, for example, this kind of pin. So I knew several ideas, but no opening theory whatsoever. I don't believe in learning opening theory if you are a lower rated player. And by lower rated I mean not master level, not titled player, let's say like this. Okay, now he's attacking my bishop. If I move my bishop, then my knight will be attacked twice, so I need to defend it. I think I will just play queen here, hitting his bishop and also defending my bishop and defending my knight twice. Just need to be aware of this situation as well. Oh, and now he's hitting this. Okay, now he got me. I lose this pawn. But okay, I am a pawn up, but I think he will be better. I didn't see this, that he has this double attack. Very nice from my opponent. Okay. Although he cannot because I am hitting his bishop. Okay, I will play this move. So now he has to waste the tempo by moving his bishop, and then I can do something about this pawn. Okay, so it's not the end of the world. You see that I have this leg in my board vision, so it takes me time to see some obvious stuff. So maybe if you have the better vision, better board vision than myself, then maybe you're screaming because you see some things which are obvious and I don't see them. Let me just make this more pleasant. Okay, so you can see what's going on. Yeah, the board vision is the thing with adult improvers or improvement. We often lack the good board vision, and then it takes a while for us to see some things which are obvious. Okay, I am hitting this pawn twice, but I don't want to. Then he'll take this pawn. I don't want to do this, especially he can then bring his rooks over. I'm not sure I want to. But this threat is fun. I can do this and then take. Oh, this could be very fun. But if I take this, he takes, I take with my bishop. He takes the pawn. I think I'll just solidify my pawn here. Although then my knight is undefended, I have to be aware of this, but this knight belongs to e4 anyway. Just looking at this idea one more time. He takes, I take, he takes. I mean, I do trade this pawn for this pawn, but then his queen is here very active, attacking my d5 pawn. I'm really not sure what should I do here. You know what, let's just play this move. I think I have a good feeling, because also I can maybe kick this knight here, and this one is hanging. I can play knight here, and then again this one is hanging if he moves the knight. So maybe I do have, or I can even go with my bishop here if he takes the pawn. If he goes on and take the pawn, and then okay, I have to take it here. He has to move the knight, and then his bishop drops. I mean, he'll probably find the defense, but it's a pressure. I'm making a pressure. Either I'm making a pressure or I'm making a blunder because I don't see something which is maybe obvious. I mean, he can take control of this file. This is the drawback of my plan, but you got to give some to get some. I'm currently 2 pawns up, but I think not for long, because he'll probably take the pawn, or he will do some tactics and win the game. I'm not the most confident person when it comes to tactics. I'm aware that there is always the possibility of checkmate in one, which I didn't see. Okay, so I was thinking here or here to attack this knight and this bishop, but here he can take the, I can take. Yeah, and then this guy is defended. This looks good. But the problem is if I take the bishop, if he, for example, I go here, he takes the pawn. My problem is that then this is undefended, that if he has his knight here, he can check. So I have to calculate this. So let's just see if this works. Yeah, because if he, what? Yeah. This is the threat that he takes, and then I take the bishop, and then he gives me check, and this is undefended. So it doesn't work, unfortunately, but it was a good idea. Yeah, but I can turn it another way around. What if I play queen here? Well, he'll probably put his rook here. So this doesn't really work. Okay. I have to think about this pawn, so I'm thinking about knight here, protecting the pawn and also hitting the queen. And then I can bring my rook to c8 and then pressure his knight. Okay, it could work. I don't have much time, so I think I'll just do this. Okay. Let's just hit the queen. You can see I have the advantage of passed pawn. So if I get the chance to trade queens, I will do this, because I have a good endgame. The problem is that he's controlling b8, so I cannot put my rook behind the pawn that easily. So if I could exchange everything, I would, and I would win the game, probably. But I can't. Okay. So my dreams are gone regarding hitting the knight, because now this is defended, but I can still hit the knight because it is defended, but he will have to take, and then I can bring my rook in. Okay, let's do this. It looks nice. This knight is defending this bishop. Now if he puts the rook here, I will probably put the rook here, and this rook is defended, which is a good thing to know. And then I can make some serious threats, I hope. If I take, he takes. Just a moment to calculate it. I take, he takes. He takes, I take. Okay, it's not immediate threat, but it's a pressure, like I said. I mean, he has the bishop pair, and the position is open, so he should have some advantages there. If he manages to untangle from this ungrateful position, then he might have an edge here. The good thing is that I'm covering many of penetration squares, so he cannot do tricks like this or this. Okay, now he leaves. He moves his knight. Now his bishop is defended by the queen. I cannot hit this queen, at least not in one move. Okay, so he escaped this threat. I can now move my knight forward because this pawn is no longer under attack, and this knight is defending this square, but I don't see how this is important. Maybe this, and then my knight is very active, sort of. Because when he moved his knight, he allowed me this stuff. And I also have this. Okay, I have to play a little bit faster. So let's see what's going on. This is also a good idea. Hitting his bishop, if he decides to give me the bishop pair. Very good. I am a pawn up, but we are far from the end game. I mean, we are far from the pawn end game. There are many pieces on the board. The position is open, so there are many tactical shots from both sides. And if he's strong in tactics, and let's see. Okay, he's blitz bullet. Yeah, he's stronger than me. Definitely in tactical wise. Okay, now he's hitting my bishop. And once I move my bishop, he's protecting his bishop even more. This is good for him. But if I move my bishop here, then he will have discovered checks. So I don't like this. So maybe I will not put... I'm thinking this. It takes, then this one is pinned. Don't like this. Maybe I'll just go here. Okay, let's go here. I can do some tricks like this. So still hitting his bishop. We can still play knight to d6 if I want to. Let's see. He's now having the initiative. I would like to put my rook here when the opportunity arises. But now he can play something like this. And okay, let's see what he will play. Usually when it's your opponent's move, you don't want to calculate a lot because you don't know what he will going to play, so you might calculate some lines which will never come to pass. So usually you think about evaluating the position, so look at strategical aspects of the position and see what ideas does he have. So like I said, for example, this was an idea, so to stop me from going to c8, sorry, this would be nice, but then I can just play rook to d8 and I don't see the continuation here. His bishop is rather stuck. You can all the squares, sorry, all the squares for his bishop are taken. Okay, now he wants to go here, I'm sure. So he wants to release his bishop. Can I go here now? He goes here. I can go here. He can hunt my queen, but I can just bring it back. Or I can do this. I don't really like the look of this. I like this better because, yeah, but then this one falls. Okay, let me just play it here. I have to protect this pawn. Now I'm attacking the bishop. If he goes here, I will probably just go all the way back. Or I can just go here. And you can notice that, oh, or I can just take the bishop. How stupid. You see, I have this like it in the board vision. So if he attacks, I just take the bishop. Hitting the queen, and this is defended. So actually, he's forced now to take my knight because he will lose the bishop otherwise. So I can pre-move this because I am low on time, and he will probably take the knight. He doesn't have much choice. Okay, let's see what's it gonna be. I mean, I think he has to take the knight, or he's some kind of genius and he'll find some incredible winning sequence here. My opponent has wing, so he's also Lichess supporter. I do support Lichess. I put a small donation every month because I really think that Lichess is the greatest thing maybe which happened to chess community. It's not only free, but it's so simple to use. It's so user-friendly. It has so nice, clean design that Lichess is, well, something absolutely the best there is out there. I think the #1 chess site, definitely. You have studies, you can create studies, you can analyze your games, you can import games. You have a great opening book which you can check out. You have beginners exercises, you have puzzles. You can choose the puzzles based on rating, theme, and everything is free. So I think they are really doing a great job. So this is why I decided to support them with small donation. Okay, he's taking his time. I'm looking at the board and I really don't see what can he do. Okay. Okay, he's now giving me the bishop. No, he doesn't. He's attacking my bishop in turn. Nice. Yeah, but if I take his bishop, he takes my bishop. I can take the knight with the threat of checkmate. If he takes it with the queen, I can exchange queens. It's okay because I want to go into endgame like I said before. So let's just. Oh, but then he could take this one, this guy. But again, I have this. Okay, let's just take this. I don't have much time, even if I blunder. Now I have to play really fast. I will try not to talk when it is my turn, because I don't want to lose on time, so I will talk when it's his turn. So I see this knight is hanging. Not just hanging, but if I take the knight, I take with the threat of checkmate, if this rook isn't here. But if he now takes this... No, then maybe I am the one losing. Yeah, I'm probably losing this one. I didn't have time to calculate again. Time trouble. So if he takes, I take. He takes. I mean, he can take everything. So if I take, he takes. I mean, if he takes, I take. He can take this. And then he's spinning. I have to do this. Okay, maybe I'm not, but I'm losing this pawn at least. No, because he cannot move his rook. Okay, this is very complicated for the position. Very interesting and very complicated. And unfortunately, we are both out of time to calculate this properly. So if this was a really real over the board game, and if I had time, I would probably take like 20 minutes for this position to calculate all the capturing sequences. This is crazy stuff. Takes. I don't know, I can even draw the arrows that fast. Okay, he's now decided to make a checkmate threat. And also cover his knight. I could just go here, just try to... I'll just do this because I don't have time. This blocks the checkmate, attacks the bishop. I know that this bishop is hanging, but okay, I'm up piece. Okay, now he did this. Now my bishop is hanging and my rook is hanging and everything is hanging. I cannot take because he'll take my queen, and I think this is probably game over. I don't see what can I do here anymore. I'll just try something, but I think this is over. I'm just losing the piece now, and he has some back rank issues, but I'm not sure. Oh, so do I. Oof. Over. Okay, so I made a blunder. Okay, so unfortunately, let's just quickly analyze with the engine. So unfortunately, it happened again. Why can't I? I lose because I didn't have time to calculate in the end game. So my conclusion is that maybe it's not so good an idea to Okay, I don't understand this analysis, what's going on. Okay, now it is better. Okay, so this is the interesting moment. So what should I have played here? I just in the engine. Okay, now he says that this is okay. He wanted me to play this. It's just so he wanted me to play queen to f6. And what will happen then? Queen to f6, and what then? Let's see. He'll play this like and then I can play this. Okay. Okay, it's more active. Okay, so let me just see in which point I lost the game. Okay, now here I should have taken with the knight. Let's say he takes with the rook. Ah, of course, I take with the knight hitting the queen. I didn't see this in the game, and then it's okay. So I take, takes, and I'm okay. Takes, and then he takes the pawn like I thought he would. Well, he's even better because I have this weakness, and he doesn't have weakness, but I do have an active rook. Okay, never mind. I mean, I lost because I didn't calculate well, and then finally this was final blunder. So final blunder happened here, so in this position, let's see. Okay, when he threatened the checkmate, okay, I should have played this covering. Sorry, you don't see the board, it's I should turn off. Oh, he wants to play. I cannot play now, sorry. I just wanted to see this position once again. Okay, come on. No, not this one. My computer is very slow when I turn on the engine. Okay, so this was the position I wanted to see. So if I go here, covering, yeah, he can take this. He can take this, and then I just tuck away my queen somewhere, threatening some stuff here, and I'm holding. So I didn't see this. Okay, so this is a pattern to remember. I'll just turn off the engine. So I think this is the pattern to remember. To defend it, I defended a checkmate in this way, but this was more accurate way because now my both knights cover each other. I don't need to worry about my knights. G7 is covered, and I can play on this side. Okay, so this was the game. Well, what is my conclusion regarding doing this? I don't think I will be doing this because I don't see the point in losing games on time, because I mean it doesn't make sense if I play the game and I just keep quiet and I just make the moves. It will be very boring video. So I need to talk, and while I talk and explain my ideas, my time tends to run out. So I don't think I will. I don't think I will do this anymore. We'll see. Maybe some other format. Maybe I think of a way to. I think these videos are useful, and maybe I will think a way to try to do this anyway. But right now I don't see much point. Okay, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you soon with more chess. This is it. Cheers.